Hi everyone, it's Holly here at Flippa. I'm joined today by Michael Bertislavsky, the founder of Domain Magnate. Domain Magnate sells and acquires e-commerce business, affiliate sites and content sites, as well as other various digital assets. It's also a broker of Flippas. So Michael, thanks for coming on and chatting with me today.
Hi Holly, good afternoon.
Good. So I suppose we'll just get started with where it all began. So how did you start getting into the business of buying and selling websites?
Yeah, it all began about 15 years ago. So back in 2004, 2005, I started out by building some websites and getting some revenue from AdSense and affiliate programs. And then as I had some spare cash, I decided that I would go and try to buy some sites because building new sites takes time. And I bought a few small sites for like $100. And then I went on and kind of expanded them and bought more and bigger sites. And then later on, I realized that I could also sell sites, and the market was really heating up. So as I continued with that, I got to a point where I had quite a big portfolio of different sites. And so I started selling more. And about a decade ago, I had my first six-figure sale where I sold a group of my websites. And that's sort of since when, that's what I've been doing. We've been buying and selling different websites, online businesses, trying to improve them, grow and manage, and then resell.
Wow, so it sounds like you've definitely been working in the industry for quite a while. How many over the period of time from when you first started to now? How many deals do you reckon you would have done in that time?
Oh, it probably would be in the hundreds. I've also been doing some domain name trading. So I've probably done, I've had thousands of domain names and different transactions as well. But if they are talking strictly about websites, it would be somewhere in the low hundreds.
Wow, substantial. When it comes to websites, what types of websites do you usually buy? Because I know there's a mix of, you look at content sites and also e-commerce, but what would be the sort of, is there a main type of website that you would usually go for?
Yeah, the main type we are looking for now is content sites. That's what we mostly specialize on. And right now we are focusing on acquiring content sites in ranges of between mid five figures and mid six figures. And we do consider and buy some other types of businesses, but mainly we have expertise in that area. And I find that there are also quite a few good deals available in the content space, especially on Flippa.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a good platform to look on, I have to say. So with Domain Magnate, what's your sort of your current focus with things at the moment? What are you specifically working on? Is there any sort of area when it comes to acquiring businesses or digital assets, or what's your main focus at the moment as a business and also as a partnered broker of Flippa?
Yeah, our main focus is buying actually. So we recently started working with investors, and now we are in the process of getting more capital commitments to start an investment company to go and buy more content businesses. We've had some amazing returns of more than 200% annually on many of the deals that we've done. And we do most of our deals privately. We also do buy from Flippa occasionally, but most private because people kind of come to us and they want to sell quickly, and that's what we provide.
Yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to the buying and selling, how do you go about doing your due diligence when you're making a purchase or a sale on Flippa? Purchase.
Yeah, that's a question I get a lot. But the thing is, Khaled, that the way I do it relies really a lot on experience and just the gut feeling. So I would often look at the website and just immediately know that something is wrong, like there is something that doesn't add up in the numbers. And that's probably not something that most people who are just looking to do their first deal would be able to spot right away. So I think for beginners, the best way is to have a checklist. And the way that we do due diligence in our company is we look into three different areas of each deal, of each business. that sells like numbers. So you would see, for example, the price, the revenue, the expenses, and especially the trends. And next, we would look at risks. And risks, I think, are the most important part, really being able to correctly assess the risks. And that could be risks, if it's organic traffic, of course, there are risks with losing keywords, risks with maintaining the content and the backlinks. And for example, if it's a website that's using some more aggressive SEO strategies like PBNs, that could be higher risk. And it's really important to understand those. And the third aspect is looking at where can they add value. And I think it's also a very important aspect of buying a business. You have to be able to provide some extra value. And if you look from that approach, you'll be a lot more successful. And that could be things like finding opportunities to improve monetization, to improve conversion rate, or just getting better at SEO, or even improving design or user experience. And all those things combined, once we look at the numbers, the risks, and the opportunities, we have a pretty good picture of whether it's a good deal or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And interesting on what you said initially about kind of having a bit of a gut feel about things. I know that due diligence is often something that's quite overwhelming, particularly if somebody's very new to buying a website and doesn't always understand the things that are important to look for when buying a business. So I really like the idea and the suggestion around using a checklist. I think it's super helpful and definitely beneficial to a lot of first-time business buyers. Now, Michael, I understand you've got several websites that are currently for sale on Flippa at the moment. Could you tell us a little bit about those for our viewers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we generally have a few different businesses for sale on Flippa at any moment. Right now, I think we have 3.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are actually hidden listings, but I can just talk about, like, in general, what they are without mentioning the URLs.
So I'll just mention for anyone just who's unfamiliar what a hidden listing means. So this means that if you are interested in the business, you'll be required to sign an NDA just to find out the name of the business and to know more about it. So you'll still be able to view information about the business and what it does, what it sells and how it makes money, but the name and the URL of the website will be hidden.
Yep, exactly. And so the first one is the one that's actually open. It's a public listing, and it's at toptooladvisor.com. So this is an Amazon affiliate website that has content about different construction and home repair tools. It has product reviews and articles. And this is a fairly simple WordPress website. I think this is one of those that would be a good fit for a beginner. It's made about 7,500 in revenue in the past 12 months. Relatively low maintenance. And with these sales, because many of our websites often sell to first-time buyers, we also provide a lot of the transitional services, so they make sure that the transfer website for you is set up, the new affiliate IDs. We really provide a lot of after-sales support. We help you find the best people to help you maintain it and grow the website further. So we are going to introduce you to some of our contacts that provide good services, and we are going to help and explain what it means to really manage a website like that and how to grow it further.
Yeah.
Really help you, get a plan.
So with Top Tool Advisor, I'm guessing, given that it's a content site, does it make money through advertising, or and does it have an affiliate arrangement set up with Amazon, or?
Yeah, that's right. So this is a content site. That means that you get traffic by writing articles. The articles get traffic from Google mainly, for people searching for different tools, searching for how to use those different home repair tools. And then they go and buy them, and we have affiliate links to Amazon. Currently, all the revenue is coming from Amazon. So people go, click a link, and buy something on Amazon, and we get a commission.
We get a commission, yeah. This is obviously quite a popular style of online business, and again, like you say, really popular with beginners, and a great way to kind of get into the online business set. So Top Tool Advisor, and can you tell us a bit about the other one of the other businesses that you have listed, which I believe is another advertising site?
Yeah, so a little bit about this one also in terms of what you would need to manage Top Tool Advisor. You would need to have an Amazon affiliate account. You would need to have some WordPress hosting and some basic experience with WordPress, and the rest we can help you learn. So the other two listings that we have currently is first of all another advertising site in the content space, in the technology space. It's receiving, actually I'm not sure, the financials are public, right? So I just can't mention the URL, but the traffic I think is also available, right?
Yes, which
Yeah,
which is viewable on the listing.
that's right. So yeah, so this is receiving more than 150,000 page views per month, and it's making money through a combination of mostly AdSense and also some eZoic, which is another advertising platform similar to AdSense, and some paid posts, some sponsored posts, and a little bit of affiliate commissions. And it's averaging about a little over $1,500 per month in profit. So this website actually comes with completely managed. There is one employee who manages all aspects of it. He's writing content, he's answering the emails, he's setting up the paid posts, and his salary is included in the
Yeah, and also 3 years old, so just a little bit older than the bit more established than the first business that we started talking about.
Yeah, that's right. So this website is about 3 years old, and it's also is based on WordPress. Yeah, and it receives traffic from Google. It's all organic traffic, and it has had stable profits for the past, I think, the past 12 months, or maybe even the past 2 years or so.
Awesome. Another great site, which we will provide the links to each of these listings at the end of this or in the comments below. Now there was one final listing that we were going to talk about today, one of your businesses, which is a SaaS business that is currently listed on Flippa. SaaS businesses are always really, really popular. They're our most in-demand type of business by buyers. Can you tell us about this SaaS business?
Yeah, so this third website is a website that sells WordPress themes. It's actually a very popular site with custom WordPress themes. So we have, I think, about 15 or 20 free WordPress themes that people go and install. And currently there are around 15,000 websites that are using the free themes. And then you make money once people upgrade them. And in order to get some extra features, more customized options, they would go and upgrade it, and it could cost something like $50 or a little bit more. And that's how it makes money. It's about 4 years old, and it's averaging $1,845 per month over the past 12 months in profit.
Great. Yeah. And also this one is quite, well, relatively mature as well, 4 years old, so established.
Yeah, this website, it's a little bit more tricky because it's WordPress themes, so we have a company that manages it, and they do all the coding and they do all the support. But still, I would not recommend this to a complete beginner. So preferably you should have some experience with WordPress and potentially some technical background, because that would help you understand it better.
Awesome. So that's been really, really helpful. So a really good mix of businesses there, right through to somebody who's a beginner through to SaaS business, something for somebody who's got a bit more experience, particularly around WordPress. Now, Michael, just looking to your experience, you have been obviously with Flippa for a pretty long time, and you've had a total of 49 transactions with a total value of almost $500,000. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with Flippa to date?
Yeah, I found Flippa to be the biggest marketplace for buying and selling websites. And I think there are some really good opportunities. Sometimes you may have to search quite a bit to find something really good, and you have to be careful to make sure that you don't fall prey to some kind of scams. But overall, once you sort of know what you're doing and have a good idea on the due diligence, I think Flippa could be a great resource.
Yeah, and we've also been working really hard behind the scenes to verify buyers, which is what we've introduced recently. So trying to do more on our end to make it a safer place to transact. And it's great to hear that you've had such a positive experience on Flippa, and you've had so many transactions and continue to use it. So we'll finish up with one last question. So do you have any advice for first-time buyers on Flippa and also for sellers?
Yeah, it's a great question. So in terms of buyers, I think there is a big misconception among first-time buyers that they try to look at it as an investment. They look at it as a real estate transaction. You go and buy a house, you find a tenant, and that's it. Like, it's rented, you don't have to deal with that. Maybe you refer it to a management company. And it's really not like that with websites, with online businesses. Because online businesses are a lot more like an actual business, like an offline business, rather than an investment like real estate or stocks or things like that. And I think once you really get into that mindset of looking at it as a business, it's much easier to understand what are going to be the risks, what are going to be the opportunities, and also just reviewing deals from that perspective really helps you avoid many of the mistakes that first-time buyers often do. So that's going to be my biggest recommendation to buyers. And for sellers, I would say the biggest recommendation really is to try to be more upfront about the potential risks and about the numbers as well. I've seen a lot of people put listings there. Everything is just colored in pink. Everything is so amazing. There is so much potential to the business. But in reality, that most buyers are more educated now, so they would read it and they would just immediately understand that it doesn't look very authentic, like there is probably some problem in that. And what we do from our side also is we make sure that we explain the potential buyers what are the risks, what are the typical risks that they should understand the business. And I think that's really important for sellers to do as well.
Awesome. Well, that's some great advice. And thanks so much for coming on and chatting for me today and taking a look at those 3 great business listings that we have at the moment. And thanks so much for your time. I'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, Colin. Nice to talk to you and have a good day.
You too. Thank you.